Hello everyone, welcome to the MSM Alumni Chat Network, and today we are with Radhika Ralhan, who is MBA 38, and welcome to the show, Radhika. It's really nice to have you here.
Thank
How are
you.
you feeling today?
Super. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you. And like you said, chat, and thank you for having me here. It's really wonderful. It's also nostalgic for me. So thank you for having me here.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll really dive into it. So, how MSM has been in, giving you a right platform, and what do you think is in for future students to join MSM?
I think the MSM journey has been one of where I consider this as not an MBA or a management journey. I think it's a leadership program.
Yeah.
And that's what, was inspiring for me to apply for this course. The duration, but also coming to Netherlands. I work in sustainability.
Yeah.
And I also started my career with the European Commission, the work on sustainable service systems and design thinking.
Yeah.
And one of the key nations involved in the program was Netherlands. And I always wanted to come back to this land and work. But yes, MSM has been a leadership program for me rather than just a management or an MBA program, and it really nurtured the personal and the professional development journey throughout this 1 year. Yeah.
So how was your background? Like, how did you end up at MSM previous? And what do you think is in it for future students? Like, what they can really see?
I think, so where I come from, like I said, I had extensive background on CSR and sustainability. I worked across multi-stakeholder organizations in India. And like I said, I also worked with the European Commission project for 4 years. And as a result of my work, there is also an Atlas fellowship program which selects 17 young change makers across the world. And we get to work in US. It is sponsored by the US consulate and different nationalities altogether. And I was working on sustainability.
Yeah.
But back then, after doing the work in India, CSR fellowship program, I said, okay, what's next? There has to be a version 2.0 to this, right?
That's true.
So when you do that, when you reflect, and it was COVID time, I came back, I applied for the program. I meticulously searched what I wanted to do, and I liked the duration.
Yeah.
I like the courses, like it's change management, analytical thinking, CSR and sustainable development, especially the specialization really intrigued me to apply. And that's why encourage young or the aspirants to go for this program is to explore the leadership style, which you can apply in your respective jobs. So the modules were very interesting, the faculty, but also the international environment, which I got in the Atlas. That really, this is one thing which we really need to emphasize, that the whole program involves international environment. People coming from Africa, Asia, Europe, Latin America are, combined in one class, and then you're doing these hands-on projects. So that's exciting. So that's what intrigued me.
And then you mentioned like you are also Atlas Fellow, and you also were Orange Tulip Scholarship holder. So how do a student stand out to get these scholarships?
That's a really good question, because Atlas Fellowship, and I really encourage everyone to do two things: either work in a startup, because it lets you do that entrepreneurial, creative, agile thinking. It's very necessary in my discipline. I also worked in places where they were launching some new units, or they were launching some new projects on sustainability. That's one. And fellowships are very good. These are professional fellowship. It's one of the top 10 leadership programs. This makes you go outside your comfort zone. That's very important. And then the Orange Tulip helps you, because it was COVID. When I came back from the fellowship, I had no financial assistance. And this is also to encourage women, students who are coming from emerging economies, to aspire their education here. We have the skills, but we need those opportunities. That's what the Orange Tulip gives you, that opportunity. And when my fees was 80%, scholarship was covered by the fees, then I did crowdfunding, which was, Prateek, in India, it's still a cultural taboo whether you should go out for the crowdfunding, but I did, because the fellowship, the Orange Tulip MBA, you're already taking that risk.
Yeah.
So I would like to tell everyone out there, take that risk, go for these leadership programs, game up, and all these experiences help you to, have that novel thinking, to do more. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I really concur with your thoughts on that. Let's turn a little bit towards your memories at MSM. Like, how was your experience, and how did it build you to upskill yourselves and get yourself ready for the job market?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm still very nostalgic, and I'm so happy when I meet, the new batch every time, and I relate my own journey. There are two things. One is the professional, and one is the personal. Mm-hmm. The personal is to, when I come from sustainability, how within limited resources, you can still travel, you can still enjoy Maastricht, and you love it, and you can even explore other kinds of cities around, and you get to travel and learn more about cultures. Like for me, the biggest memory was I selected all the Christmas markets.
Wow.
From Bruges, from the Cologne and Dusseldorf, I marked all markets. And during this, when COVID was getting ended and there was some room to travel, I did that because I thought within my limited resources, I still can travel, and I'm a traveler. I like experiences. So that's the personal thing, networking. The professional was the group exercises. Now I relate in my company, when in 15 minutes you have to come up with a solution. Let's say you have to come up with an on-spot presentation, and you're working in different groups, different personalities, and this is the real life situation. When you're doing a program, you don't realize that. But when you're now applying this thing in a company, you feel like, yes, this helps you adapt more, come up with new solutions in limited time period. So it's been exciting. These were two memories like I would really cherish from the program as well. Yeah,
absolutely. That's really interesting, and it gives a lot of motivation to future students. So another thing, you mentioned that you also won SDG challenge here. So how, what do you think about integration of sustainability to course at MSM, and how far is it, or in comparison with other universities, how do you think it is here at MSM?
Yes, so I am a winner of the SDG National Challenge. I'm very proud that I brought that back. I love winning. I am very competitive. I think we all should be. It brings that positive energy, but also competitiveness leading to collaborations, leading to creative solutions and creating that impact. That's what sustainability is all about. So what MSM program does, it's a leadership program, but it also gives you opportunities like SDG Challenge, where you go out there. You're building a real-time solution for a company. And I was doing that solution for, I remember, an agricultural company where I used you will be surprised, I used my experience of the Atlas Fellowship, the multi-stakeholder platforms, my own sustainability skills, working with master students. And also it helps you a leadership. We wanted to win. We had to come and win this challenge. But there you are pitched with the leading universities across Netherlands. It's the national challenge. You see where the discourse is going. So MSM puts you out there, that while you're doing your program, you're getting that exposure and network.
I absolutely agree with that. Another thing that our viewers usually would like to know is about how's the job market here in Netherlands, and how does MSM prepares you for the job market?
So we also have a very dedicated alumni, but also a career development unit. So you have the MSM CV building workshops. That's very essential. Also analyzing your own skill set. Where do you fit best? There's a full counseling team around that. But CV book, where you get to, where the entire CVs and resumes of this various skill sets of people are collated and combined into that. But then corporate week, where companies come together, internships, these are opportunities where they help you prepare. Job market is very vibrant. I mean, irrespective, we know where we have to apply, but also there's a lot of support. But I would encourage people to apply early, because then you get a canvas, because here you are building, like I said, 2.0, your next version. So these are the skills that they help you to build, and it prepares you out there as a confident leader, the next gen leader. That's what you are now after the program.
That's what they say nowadays. But I'd like to summarize, if you think that what would be the key takeaways for anyone who is trying to join MSM, what is your message to such students?
So if you want to, like I say, build the next version of you, get into an international environment. You have to come out of your comfort zone, and you want to be a next leader, join the course, because it's really beautiful. It's intensive. It's very, very intensive with the thesis. And there's a business consulting project. I did my internship with Philips with the sustainability carbon index that I was building. So it puts you out there. But these are the three contours. Like I said, you learn to create, you learn to collaborate, you learn to bring impact, but you are out there in an international work environment. So it prepares you with the next level of global work environment that you want to go to. So if you are looking out for these things, get out of your comfort zone, just go for the program. Yeah.
Perfect. That sounds really great, Radhika. And really thank you for, your, valuable time. And it has been really enabling for a lot of us here. And, I would like to also tell our viewers that Radhika works at UPS, and she has been an amazing alum for MSM, and we look forward to, collaborating with her in future. So thank you so much, and, enjoy the show.